Hi guys, it's I guess it's week 3 of semester 2 for our placement. So just to catch up, I'm doing my placement at my place of work. It's a residential facility for adults with developmental disabilities, chronic mental health concerns, autism, physical challenges, things like that. So, mainly my kind of goal was I was going to do some lunch and learns with staff on some self-care techniques. I think that's really needed here. There's a lot of burnout, so getting them aware of that. My other thing that I've been focusing on most was couples counseling with some of our higher functioning residents here who were in relationships. So initially I had started off with doing it together, and it didn't work. So then I broke it down and figured out that in order to bring them together, we had to split them apart to do the sessions first. So I did that, got through. There was a lot of trauma, a lot of past history of trauma, worked through it in kind of a narrative framework, looking at their dominant stories and trying to figure out, how those dominant stories affect their relationships. A lot of them are in very unhealthy relationships with the males in their relationships. A lot of dominance with the males over the females, and a lot of, the females feeling that they have to do certain things because the male said so. A lot of not knowing what consent is, things like that. Eventually I want to go into some sexual health information sessions with them, things like that. So over the past couple of weeks, since I last posted, I've been kind of gearing up to have someone in from the sexual health clinic to provide them with some more information and some more up-to-date information. So I did get confirmation from all of them they would attend. We're going to do one session for females and one session for males. When I talked to them about it, they didn't really want to talk about sexual health in front of their partners, which, I mean, fair enough if they weren't comfortable. So we're going to do that soon. I'm thinking next week would be the best time to do that, so I'm going to get her in. She's from the local community, so that should be good. Otherwise, I'm trying to do kind of like a journaling thing with them to start looking at some goals they have for their relationships and how they can meet those goals. So writing things down, and writing down, kind of like their dominant stories and their alternative stories, so they see them and we can review them. So they know that, say their dominant story is, I'm always wrong, for example, and looking at times when they were right. Times when they, stood up for themselves and had a lot of confidence and things like that. So we've been doing a little bit of journaling, documentation. I've encouraged them to journal as much as they can. Some of them can't write, so even drawing or just coloring some feelings and doing it with me, getting me to write for them. So that's been really helpful. Just like exploring other ways to express themselves. So I've seen a lot of self-confidence boosted, a lot more confidence in their relationships, which has led to a few quarrels, but I think that's to be expected when the females are saying, no, I'm not comfortable doing this, or I don't want to do that, and the males aren't expecting it. So we're looking at also giving them some education on resolving conflict and where conflict comes from and how to best resolve that within a relationship. So we're kind of going that way, which wasn't expected to me. I didn't expect to see some conflict. I guess I did and I didn't, but anyway, it's there, so we're gonna work with it. I guess my question to you guys is that do you guys think that journaling is a good thing for people with developmental disabilities? That technique seems to work for some, not so much for others because they can't read or write. So the coloring and things like that, kind of like expressing themselves on paper, seems to work, but it's in the early phases. So what do you guys think? Is it good, bad? Have you seen results with it? If there's anything else, like in terms of expression for them, and ways to kind of like, document their journey, let me know in the comments below. That would be awesome, and hope you guys have a great week. Thanks.